Over the last 5 years, I've been stalked and threatened and trolled and abused by an organized group of Zionists, yes, I have to say the word, Zionist gang stalkers, who are very upset by the fact that I'm exercising my legitimate and inalienable human right to have my own opinions. Right? It's a vital safeguard in society that people should be allowed to speak out about injustices they see in the world. And no one should be threatened with ad hominem attack simply for doing so. Obviously, there's going to be a wide range of opinion. It's human nature to disagree, unfortunately. The vast majority of people have very poor critical thinking skills and can't see much further than the end of their nose. So, when I started my initial channel called This Is Your Wake Up in China in 2011, I didn't understand very much about the world we lived in, but I wanted to make an effort to see if I could inform people of the information that I'd acquired. At the time, I was naive. I didn't realize that I assumed, just like most people do, that you are allowed to have your own opinion, and that the worst I could expect was that people would be indifferent or would not bother trying to learn about the issues that we face. But I soon discovered that the internet was being monitored and patrolled by organizations deliberately designed to stop independent content. You'll notice that for some odd reason, channels such as Alex Jones and David Icke don't seem to get trolled. You know? I mean, why me? I mean, it doesn't make sense, yes? I guess like many other people, I can be fairly annoying sometimes, but the proper way to deal with that is just to leave me alone. I mean, I wouldn't go to a channel I didn't like. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. I simply wanted to have my own opinion about the world we lived in and share it with other people who also had doubts, or at least were prepared to take a look at the evidence. And yet, for my troubles, 5 years of harassment, threats, torture, I've been tortured by these people. They're arrogant, aggressive, and devious. And we know they're wrong, not just because of the fact that they can't answer any questions. The fact is that they prefer to attack me and not the issues. If these people spent 1% of the time on the issues, if they spent 1%, 99% of the time on the issues and 1% of the time attacking me personally, then maybe we could give them some time of day. But what they do is they spend almost all the time attacking the issues or creating straw man arguments that they can attack. They desperately look for any tiny detail and focus on that while ignoring the big picture. Although I'm certainly not right about everything, I've made certain mistakes in my channel, as anybody would do if they don't have access to all the information. I am, after all, an independent citizen, a private researcher, and an independent journalist. That's what I'm doing. Just because I don't work at CNN office or some swanky headquarters doesn't mean I'm not a journalist. We can have great quality content from independent people who feel like people who are making a real effort to try and find out about the world we live in. Trying. Not always succeeding, but trying. And my motivation and my agenda has only been one thing. That is the sincere desire to find out what the hell is going on in our world. This is something that is absolutely anathema to these trolls who are being paid. Yes, they get paid to take down the content that I provide for free, because I've never received any money from anybody, even though I consider my content good. Yes, my content would be worth paying for, but I don't ask for any money. But at least you could give me some help. Why don't you help me? Help me. Now, the reason you have this screen grab in front of you is I want to show you some of the threats I've been receiving over a 5-year period. These are screen grabs I've taken. They are also available online. What I've faced is incredibly illegal, horribly cruel, and immensely unethical. the people who attack me, claiming that I'm completely wrong about 9/11 and all the rest of it, and accusing me of disrespecting the victims and all the rest of it, the usual pathetic arguments they use to close down any form of debate, right? We need to start being more mature about issues. Anything that we don't believe needs to be discussed. We can't have a situation where sacred myths are created that no one is allowed to dispute, right? Whether it's the Holocaust or anything like that. These issues are open for debate. Now, in the UK, we have an advantage that some other countries don't have. Technically, in the UK, lots of things are free. But of course, the government are well aware that the public are stupid and will never investigate anything. So we have the freedom, but it's under the unspoken assumption that you're not allowed to talk about it. Yes, you're free, but don't dare say anything. Because at the very least, you'll be shunned by polite society. We live in a politically correct world. You're not allowed to have independent opinions. If you think gay marriage is bad, the media and government will censor you. Maybe you genuinely believe that it's a stupid idea. I certainly do. Because marriage is for men and women. Call me old-fashioned, but I really believe that. Now, my personal sexual, the fact that I'm not successful with women is neither here nor there. For some odd reason, these trolls who've been doxing me for 5 years seem to know more about my own life than I do. But the reality is, the issue is not about me. It's not about me and my deficiencies. I am a human being, and like most human beings, including my trolls, have defects. But I would say this, my defects, however bad they are, do not extend to trolling other people and creating false identities. Okay? I am not creating false identities, sorry. I'm not creating false identities for malicious purposes. I use an email with another name on it simply because I'm a targeted individual. But they're not for malicious purposes, only for protection. I just want to protect myself. Now, the thing is, the people who attack me know more about me than I know about them. This is the problem. I know approximately who they work for, and I know where they're located, right? And I do know certain people, but I don't have any background. The people who want to help me, and there are very, very few of them, are people who have no power, no influence. We need to get people in positions of power to help, but they're not there. We're fighting a battle. It's terrible. Now, I've had 2 channels removed by Google who allegedly oppose censorship and the right to be forgotten. Kind of ridiculous. The first channel they removed was This Is Your Wake Up. It was based in China. I had it for 2 years. I had about 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 uploads. Google removed this and also removed my Gmail account. That channel was subjected to extremely heavy and illegal trolling of the most disgusting, scatological and deviant, vulgar nature. The next channel I had was called Truth Seeker 911. That's 9 number 11. That channel is still up. It has a lot of data about the trolling I received. It's a dormant channel. I'm no longer updating it. The next channel I had was Kim Hoaxashian. Kim Hoaxashian was fairly successful. It had about 2,500 uploads, and I can't remember now, maybe 2,000 or 2,500 subscribers. I fell out with quite a number of people, such as PK and so on. I do have a rather combative personality, but I pretty much stand by everything I said. I don't mind falling out with people. You win some, you lose some. There are lots of, I suspect that PK is disinfo personally, but you may have your own opinions on that. I'm certainly not trying to tell you who to follow. And in fact, I've never asked anyone to follow me. I just want people to follow the arguments. Okay, follow the arguments. Now, because I've been rambling on, I'm not going to make this upload in the form I thought. I'm going to do that in the next upload, which I ask you to watch. If you like any of my uploads, what you could do for me, right, is to please keep an eye on my channel. Monitor and lurk, right, for good reasons, just to help me. because even if you don't like me personally, you'd have to agree that the trolling and threats I've received is horrible. Nobody should be put through it. I wouldn't even want people I dislike to be put through it, because I believe in ethical policies. Ethical, right? There is a way you've got to be an honest person in life. Honest. Take the high road. These people are taking the low road. I mean, the lowest road. These people do things that are unimaginable for any decent person. It doesn't matter, even if these people, and they know I'm right. They know I'm telling the truth, more or less. These people are paid to stifle the truth, right? That's why they use these dirty tactics. But people who use dirty tactics are dirty people, because it proves that they're wrong. It proves that I'm right, because decent people would never ever stoop to their level, right? These people are using the dirtiest tactics imaginable. And they've been doing it to me over a 5-year period. And in that time, I've done everything I could to inform people about the issues. And there are very, very few people out there who've really stood the test of time, right? There are people out there who've helped, but very few of them. And even the people who say they like my channel frequently don't return. Now, I don't know why that is. Maybe that's because Google isn't informing them of my uploads. Maybe my channel is being suppressed. I know I'm being ghost banned. It means that my comments, which I put on other channels, are not being seen, except by me. This is another tactic Google uses. So I just want the right to say what I think. And if I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. You know, we shouldn't live in a world where the only media that's acceptable is CNN and BBC. Look at the British government. They won't even allow RT, Russia Today, because it's a popular broadcaster. I'm sure RT isn't perfect, but certainly it's a lot better than the BBC. Now National Westminster Bank are removing banking services from RT. It's ridiculous. This is censorship. Where is the freedom we're told we have? Where is the freedom? We don't live in a democracy. We voted for Brexit. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Vote rigging. It's happening. It happened in the Scottish election. It's happening all the time. My channel is being vote rigged. As soon as I upload a video, these trolls are on my channel even before my subscribers get to see it. Now, I have lost thousands of hours of work. Hundreds of videos I make, thousands of videos I made about relevant topics, which I made for free and should be in the public domain, Creative Commons, were removed by Google. And this is the same company that demands the right to publish data that other people don't want. For example, the right to be forgotten. Google opposes the right to be forgotten while deleting channel content. Now, my channel, Kim Hoxashian, everything in it was totally legal, and in my opinion, it was moral, because I only want the truth. I sound like PK there, Jesus, that's a mistake. I just want to be as honest as I can about the world we live in. I'm trying to reach out to you and tell you that for all my defects, and I have plenty, I'm basically an honest man. I'm telling the truth, trying to tell the truth, looking for the truth, searching for the truth. I sometimes get it wrong. I often get narky. I am very prickly, and I am, I don't know, argumentative. But please put yourself in my position. Think about how you would feel and how you would act if you had been suffering from 5 years of the most appalling, vulgar, repetitive stalking, threats, impersonation, abuse, harassment, defamation, and predatory behavior. You also would be prickly and hard to deal with. So that's what I'm asking you to do. Look at my uploads, like my videos, subscribe to my channel, tell other people, re-upload my videos. Keep an eye on me, because I am a stalked and targeted individual, and I believe that something nasty might happen to me, and these people are very, very capable of doing it. Thank you, and please copy my video if you can. Thank you.